Well, good morning. We're continuing on with the commentary on the book of Job, and we've reached chapter 32. And this is where things start to change in the events. In the book so far, up until now, the book has been written in third person tense. But now Elihu starts speaking in first person tense, giving more evidence that he may be the actual author of the book of Job. So these three men ceased to answer Job because he was righteous in his own eyes. The three men refused to reply to Job because he kept insisting on his innocence. But maybe he was not innocent in the eyes of God. Then was kindled the wrath of Elihu, the son of Borashal, the Buzite, of the kindred of Ram, against Job. He was wrath kindled because he justified himself rather than God. Elihu was angry with Job because he refused to acknowledge that he had sinned and that what he was experiencing was God's judgment was upon him. Also, against these three friends, his wrath kindled because they found no answer, yet still had condemned Job. Elihu was angry with his three friends because they had accused him of sin, but could not produce any shred of argument or evidence to prove their statements. They were like today, making up woke news. Now Elihu had waited until Job had spoken because they were elder than he was. He was a man who respected his elders. He had been waiting, patiently listening to the statements of Job and his three friends and not interrupting them because they were older than he was, and therefore he must wait patiently until they had finished talking before he could utter a word. We do not seem to follow these rules today. When Elihu saw there was no answer in the mouths of those three people, then his anger was kindled against them. And Elihu the son of Burashal, the Buzite, answered and said, I am young and you are very old. Why am I afraid and did not show my opinion? But when Elihu saw that they had no reply to Job's statements, he got angry with them and said, I am a young and you are old. So I held back and did not dare to tell you what I think. I said, days should speak and multitudes of years should teach wisdom. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of Almighty gives them understanding. Great men are not always wise men, neither do the aged understand judgment. Verse 10, there is a conclusion. Therefore, I say, hearken unto me, I also will show my opinion. Pardon me. For those who are older are said to have gained wisdom, but it is not mere age that makes men wise. Rather, it is the spirit that exists in man, the breath of God Almighty, which makes him intelligent. So listen to me a while and let me express my opinion. Behold, I waited for your words. I gave ear to your reasons while you searched out what to say. Yes, I attended unto you, and behold, and there was none of you that convinced Job or that answered his words. I have waited patiently all of this time, listening very carefully to your arguments, but neither even one of you have convinced Job that he is a sinner or has proven that he is. That you say, we have found out wisdom, God thrust him down, not man. Now he has not directed his words against me, neither will I answer him with your speeches. And don't give me that line about only God can convince sinners of his sin. If Job had been arguing with me, I would not answer with the kind of logic that you three have been using. They were amazed. They answered no more. They left off speaking. You sit there baffled with no further replies because you know that I am saying what I'm saying makes sense, more sense than what you've been saying all of this time. When I had waited, for they spoke not, but stood still and answered no more, I said, I will answer also my part. I will show my opinion. Shall I stand here waiting while you all are silent? No. I will answer and give my opinion also. For I am full of the matter. The spirit within me constrains me. Behold, my belly is as wine which has no vent. It is ready to burst out like new bottles. I will speak that I may be refreshed. I will open my lips and answer, for I am pent up with full of words, and the spirit within me urges me on, like a wine cask without a vent. My words are ready to explode out of me. Let me not, I pray you, accept any man's person, neither let me give flattering titles unto man. For I know not to give flattering titles. In so doing, my Maker would soon take me away. Please do not insist that I be cautious, lest I insult someone. Let me be frank, that God Almighty should strike me dead. And so ends chapter 32.